Hi everyone, Giselle here from Ego Beauty bringing you my last submission for the Ntna Season 7 Final Challenge. Thank you all so much for your support during this journey. It's been amazing. I can't believe we made it top 3. I'm so excited. I'll be showing you 5 sets that we have to complete for press-on nails. So I hope you like them. For the first set, I was inspired by Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. She was such a strong woman that continued to push through positively in life and her artwork regardless of the obstacles that she faced. Instead of dwelling, she created, and until today her work and life continue to inspire us in so many positive ways. I wanted to represent a little of her struggle. She used leather corsets that would give her stability when sick, so I decided to symbolize them with leather-like adornments. Frida wouldn't let her pain stop her from dressing up, and she often wore very bright and colorful prints and flowers to uplift her spirits, so of course I included them in my set. I created several roses using colored acrylic. When creating the petals, keep them nice and thin for a more realistic look. I also created other embellishments that resembled flowers for my design. I used 4D gel for the base of the pearl. I added crystals to give it a more modern look, as well as the roses we previously made. I wanted to recreate some of the prints that Frida wore in her clothes. I added the roses and some fabric flowers as well as gold chains because Frida used to wear a lot of jewelry. Frida had a very bold style when it came to picking her jewelry, so I decided to create a nail that would look like a ring. Use dried flowers and encapsulate them over a gold vase for a more realistic look. Don't forget to add the prongs. Finish off with chrome for that gold effect. I'm so in love with how this set turned out. What do you think? For my Beauty Changes Lives set, I wanted to create a conceptual design inspired by everything bee and their collaborative nature. At BCL, beauty professionals, just like bees, come together to make a difference and create what truly feels like magic. It's amazing how the work of a committed group of people can make such a difference in the lives of many others, and this in return leads to positive and innovative results. I created my very own bees using acrylic and jewelry beads. For this design, I wanted to create the illusion of honey inside the nails. I also like the idea of movement, so I created moving elements in my design. I used jewelry beads and wire for a more avant-garde look. I wanted this design to be innovative and to have different elements that would help represent the honeybees. For this design, I used acrylic to create the honeycomb tip and I attached it to a press-on nail. Make sure to attach all the moving elements with acrylic to secure them in place. For a more dimensional design, add shadowing inside each of the hexagons. Trim a few of the hexagons and attach them on top of a painted nail for a more 3D look. Add beads and crystals to complete the look. Next, draw the honeycomb design and trim the nail in 2 parts. Decorate each part and then put the pieces back together. I definitely wanted this set to have avant-garde vibes, and I think I got it. Next, I picked RuPaul as my dream client. He has always been a source of inspiration to me. I love his sense of style, his personality, and his ability to create art in many ways that touch all kinds of people. In and out of drag, always a showstopper, and so are these nails. Use acrylic and foam paper to create the hair. Use gel polish and blow through a straw to create the splatter effect. I believe RuPaul is a very pop culture icon, so I definitely wanted to include pop culture elements into this design. One of the things I admire the most about RuPaul is his stand on gender and race equality, and this is a huge part of his platform, so I definitely wanted to represent that. With all the struggles that the world is facing right now, it is important to use our art and our voice to show support for one another. Use gel polish to create little symbols that we will attach later on onto the nails. I wanted these nails to be interactive and extra fun. And of course I have to make RuPaul justice, so these nails are blinged out for the gods. There is more than 1,300 crystals on them. Swarovski's all over, front and back. Look at the bling! For this next design, we were asked to create a set of nails that only Billy Porter would pull off. Billy Porter, actor, singer, writer, activist, you name it. I wanted to give Billy a strong design with high impact. I very much admire his outspoken personality. Billy gives a voice to many that need it, and his fight for equality and his passion for embracing who he is and wants to be, regardless of what others want, is something that we can all learn from. Billy has become a very important voice for the Black community, and he uses his status as a public figure to raise awareness for Black Lives Matter. For this design, I used acrylic gel to give texture to the nail. As a person of color myself, I look up to figures like Billy to give us hope. He uses his art and means to support others, and that is something I very much believe in. Love how this set turned out, and I love the message even more. And lastly, but not least, the Janicure. We were asked to create a set of nails for Jan Arnold. Jan is such a huge icon and my idol. I love her adventurous and innovative personality, so it would only be fair to create a set of nails out of the ordinary for such an extraordinary human. Jan's style is so diverse, free-spirited, and so outside the box, always playful and show-stopping just like her personality. And to honor that free-spirited style, I decided to create a Harajuku punk inspired set that would definitely make for a bold look. Punk and Japanese Harajuku style are characterized by the way they promote individual freedom and for using strong and bold elements in unusual ways. I was inspired by Vivienne Westwood's 70s era and her strong looks, as well as the modern Japanese Harajuku fashion that mixes common fashion elements and turns them into new and bold looks that cause great impact. It's all about doing what feels good to you, dress to have fun and not to blend in. And here's the final look. I love them. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and healthy, and don't forget to subscribe. Special thanks to Nails Magazine.